Hey there traders, welcome back to another video with Prop Firm Match. Today, I'm going to be comparing the top 4 highest rated firms on our website. So without any further ado, let's get started. Now, in order for us to find out which prop firms are the highest rated on our website, let me show you where we got to go to figure that out. Now, when you get to our website, as you can see, there are multiple tabs here. What we're looking for today is the favorite firms tab. So let's click on that. Now, when I get to the firms page, here's where you can see a list of all the prop firms and how many of our users have selected them as their favorite. So you can see right now in first place is Funding Pips with 2,945 users selecting them as their favorite, followed by FTMO, the 5%ers, and Alpha Capital Group. So now we have our final 4, if you will. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be selecting these 4 prop firms to go head to head and just compare them to see what their strengths are and where they shine and how that can benefit us as traders. There are 2 ways that you can do this. You can go back to our compare firms page and you can just simply scroll down and look for this more options button here. Here you can select the prop firms and then go through the other filters and the different options and fine tune your search results. But I can show you a way that's a little bit simpler if you don't need all those other filters. You simply scroll up to the top of our page, click these 3 lines, look under tools and look for multi-compare. So once you click on multi-compare, it'll bring you to this page. And this page, as you can see, has the same thing as what we saw on the last page, except it has less filters. So if you're looking to just do a quick comparison, this is the place to go. So in this case, let's go ahead and select all 4 prop firms that we're going to be comparing today, starting with Alpha Capital Group, then FTMO, then Funding Pips, and then finally the 5%ers. And when it comes to the account size we're looking for, or the phases, we're going to go 100K and 2 phases, or 2 steps as we like to call it. Let's hit compare and see what we get. Now that I've hit compare, we can see all the categories in which we can compare them. Now, you can see that right off the bat, FTMO is currently at the top, followed by Alpha Capital Group, the 5%ers, and Funding Pips. But depending on what you're looking for as a trader, this whole arrangement can change, and I'll show you how. So for example, if I wanted to look at it in terms of which one is the cheapest, I would click on this section here, which is price. And when I click on price, you can see it rearranges everything based on what's the cheapest option to the most expensive. So once I clicked on price, FTMO went straight to the bottom and Funding Pips went straight to the top. Now, if price matters to you, this is a quick way that you can just compare them and say, okay, based on my budget or based on what I'm looking for, so far, this looks to be like the best option for me. But let's not stop there. Let's look at other factors we can use when making a decision as to which prop firm is best for us. We can look at other things that traders care about, for example, like payout frequency. So when it comes to payout frequency, we can click on this tab here. And on this tab, when I click payout frequency, you can see it was already arranged in the correct order since we clicked on price. But 5 days is a payout frequency for Funding Pips, which means technically, if you're profitable and consistent enough, you can then request a withdrawal every week. Everyone else has the same withdrawal frequency period, which is 14 days or 2 weeks. Now, moving on to other factors, we can look at things like commissions. So let's go ahead and click on that. And when I click on commissions, you can see now Alpha Capital Group is at the top, having 0 commissions, which to a lot of traders is very important. Next up is Funding Pips with $2 per round lot, then FTMO with $3 per round lot, and then finally the 5%ers with $4 per round lot. Now again, these are certain factors that you have to take into consideration when comparing them. When it comes to commissions, Alpha Capital Group is on top. Next, we can look at other things as well, like the Trustpilot rating. Everybody knows that reviews are a very big part of finding a prop firm. And based on the Trustpilot ratings, we have Alpha Capital Group in last. But we want to actually look at this list based on who has the highest rating. So let's go ahead and click on this, and this will arrange it in the same way. And when we click on this, this actually arranges it from the highest to the lowest. So we can see now FTMO is back on top. So you can see that based on our comparisons, each prop firm has its area where it shines, and depending on what you're looking for, some prop firms might be more suitable than others for you. So when we clicked on that, FTMO is at the top for the highest rating, followed by the 5%ers, which is also at the same rating. Then second to last, we have Funding Pips, and then in last place, we have Alpha Capital Group. And now we can go ahead and look at profit target. When we click on profit target, it shows here the 5%ers in first place, with phase 1 being 8% and phase 2 being 5%. Followed by Funding Pips and Alpha Capital Group, who seem to have the same profit targets. FTMO is then in last place with a 10% in phase 1 and 5% in phase 2. Now, comparing all these different factors together, you can see that there was a lot of categories in which, let's say, Funding Pips was ahead of all the other prop firms. Does that mean Funding Pips is the best? Well, that's the beauty of Prop Firm Match. That's a question only you can answer. All our tools, filters, and features are available free of charge to you so that you can use them to find the best prop firm that matches you. So that's going to be it for this video. We really hope you enjoyed watching this video and watching the different comparisons, because we enjoyed making this video for you. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and as always, thank you for choosing Prop Firm Match.